Kia ora everyone. This video is about Reremahi Whiti. Before we go into Reremahi Whiti, we will be touching very briefly on Reremahi Poro, which we've already learned about, just to recap before we move on to the next one. Kia ora. Let's start with our karakia. Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga, kia mākina kina ki uta, kia mātaratara ki tai, e hi ake ana te atakura, he tio, he huka, he hauhu, tihei mauri ora. So I want to start by quickly revisiting the structure of a Reremahi Poro. For those of you who are into English grammar like I am, these sentences are called intransitive because they contain an intransitive verb. So they have the subject, the kaimahi, and a tūmahi, which is the verb, but no object. When a sentence has an object, it needs a transitive verb, and in Te Reo Māori, those ones are called Reremahi Whiti. So I thought I'd just touch briefly on the grammar rules quickly in case you wanted to know. So the Reremahi Poro is the sentence that have a tohuwa, a tūmahi, and a kaimahi. The tohuwa tells you when the action is, was, or will be happening. And the key words here are wa, which means time, and tohu, which means sign or signify. So tohuwa literally translates to signify time. The tūmahi is the action word or verb. And the best way to remember what a tūmahi is that it has the word mahi in it, which refers to an action or doing something. The last part of the Reremahi Poro is the kaimahi. One way to remember what a kaimahi is to break the word into two parts, kai and mahi. When you put the prefix kai in front of a word, it indicates the doer of that action. For example, a kai karanga is a person who does a karanga. A kai waiata is someone who sings. A kai awhina is someone who helps. So a kai mahi is the person, the thing, the animal that is doing the action in a sentence. So that was just a quick recap to just go over the concept of the Reremahi Poro. One other thing about Reremahi Poro is that it can make sense on its own. It doesn't need the second part of the sentence to make it make sense. One example of a tūmahi poro is uma, which you can see in the sentence here. Kei te uma te kuri. Other examples of tūmahi poro are listed here for you. If you want to work on these sentences some more, pause the video and write a sentence for each of the 9 tūmahi poro in this slide. Coming up next, we're going to be going over Reremahi Whiti and building some sentences. Kia haere tonu tātou. Let's keep going. So, Reremahi Whiti. Just a reminder that the word whiti means to cross over something like a bridge. It can also mean to exchange something, but in this situation, it means to cross over, like from one part of the sentence to the other. The start of a Reremahi Whiti is exactly the same structure as with the Reremahi Poro. The structure is the same, but with some action words, in this case, the sentence doesn't make sense without an added ending. Tūmahi Whiti fit into the Reremahi Whiti structure needs something else to make sense. For example, the word mau, which means to wear, as in clothing. In a Reremahi Poro sentence, the action words are called tūmahi poro, and in these sentences, they're called tūmahi whiti. So we have the start of the sentence here, which is kei te mau te tama, and there it is. The boy is wearing. So it doesn't make sense on its own. We need to add some other information. We can see that the boy is wearing the hat. So let's add that. Now we need a bridging word to complete the sentence. And the word we use in Reremahi Whiti is e. And there it is. So the full sentence becomes kei te mau, te tama, I te pōtai. And there it is. Ka pai? Okay, so here's a sentence for us to translate into te reo Māori. The bananas are wearing the pajamas. So the word for banana is panana, which is just the same spelling, but with a P instead of a B and without the S on the end. So panana. We know the word for wear is mau, and the word for pajamas is kākahu moe. Just remember, if there's one thing, the word for the is te, and if there's more than one thing, the word for the is ngā. So now is the time to pause the video and have a go at writing this in te reo Māori. One more thing, we know that the bananas are wearing the pajamas is happening in the current tense, wātu, the present tense. So the tohuwa for this sentence will be kei te. Time to pause the video now. Kia ora. Here's the next one. The mother is feeding the baby. Pause the video now and have a go at translating this one into te reo Māori. Over the next few slides, I'm going to be providing some Reremahi Whiti I te reo Māori for you to translate into English. I've included some kupu hall for you, new words, so that you might want to have your Māori dictionary handy. Each time you discover a new word, it's probably a good idea to record it somewhere. Maybe have a kupu hall list at the back of your book to refer to in the future. Here are some examples of Reremahi Whiti using the present tense time marker kei te. You'll be pretty familiar with the first part of the sentence because it is exactly the same structure as with the Reremahi Poro, but without that second part of the sentence on the other side of the bridge, the sentence doesn't really work. Pause the video, write the sentences down, and have a go at translating them. The answers for all of these will be at the end of the video. Kia kaha. Here are some examples of Reremahi Whiti using the present tense time marker e ana for you to record and translate. Sometimes kupu Māori have more than one meaning, so you'll need to decide which meaning fits the sentences best. I've added some little images that might give you some clues as well. I hope that helps you. By the way, I don't think there's an English equivalent to the kupu pew pew. So you might just need to use the word pew pew in that sentence. Okay, now's the time to pause the video, write the sentences down and translate them. Kia ora. Here's some examples of Reremahi using the past tense time marker, e. These are actions that happen in the past and quite often have an ed ending. In the last video, all the Tūmahi Poro had an ed ending, but only one of these, Tūmahi Whiti, has an ed ending. The other three don't. So think carefully about the past tense version of the verb and you'll be fine. The Tūmahi in this slide should be familiar to you. I think you probably would have seen them before. Pause the video here, write the sentences in Māori, and then translate them into English. With the tohuwa kua, the English translation usually has the word has, had, or have in it. For example, in the previous slide, the sentence I hanga te kaihanga I te whare translates to the builder built the house. If we change the tohuwa to kua in the sentence to kua hanga te kaihanga I te whare, the translation of that would be the builder has built the house. Okay, so pause the video now, write the sentences down and translate them into reo Pākehā. Mauri mahi, mauri ora. Along with the tohuwa kua, this is probably one of the trickiest tense markers to translate into English. Just remember, when you're translating the ite sentences, the majority of the time, the action word or verb has an ing ending. So with the Tūmahi pupuri, for example, which means to hold, ite pupuri would translate to was holding. Okay, pause the video now. Whakapākehātia the ite sentences. Kia ora. Here is Reremahi Whiti using our last tohua, ka, which relates to the future tense. When you're translating these, the sentences in this slide will all have the word will in them. So you're almost there, te whānau. Time to pause the video and work on these ones. Okay, so far, all the mahi we've been over in the video has been translating Reremahi into Reo Pākehā. I thought it would be a good idea to include some sentences for you to translate them back from English back into Te Reo Māori, just to really consolidate the sentence structure for you. Think carefully about which tohua you need to use by looking at the Tūmahi, because all of these sentences are not all the same tohua. So 2 of the 5 pole of learning actions that we learned about at the beginning of the year are to repeat learning and to return to learning. So just to make the things you've learned really stick. So please feel free to return to this video, repeat the activities as often as you need to. Time to pause the video now and work through these sentences. Nearly there, e hoa mā, haere tonu. I'll share the answers at the end. Okay, this is the last activity for this video. These sentences all have the same tūmahi, kaimahi, and taunga, but the tohua are all different. So they're all written in different tenses. Pay close attention to the way the tohua changes the tūmahi in each of the sentences. I'll give you an example. So let's start with the sentence, kei te pānui te tama I te puka puka. The boy is reading the book. We know it's the wātu, or the present tense, because of the tohua kei te. If we change the tohua to I to make it I pānui te tama I te puka puka, it would change to the boy read the book. I te pānui te tama I te puka puka would be the boy was reading the book. And kua pānui te tama I te puka puka would then be the boy has read the book. Lastly, ka pānui te tama I te puka puka would translate to the boy will read the book. Okay, so pause the video while you work through these ones. Ngā mihi. All right, that's it. E te whānau. Spoiler alert. In the rest of the video, I'm going to be telling you the answers. So if you don't want to hear them, stop the video now. If you're still with me, here's the answers to each of the sentences you've been working on. Kei te patu te tama I te poro, the boy is hitting the ball. Kei te pupuri te kōtero I te tete pea, the girl is holding the teddy bear. Kei te mau te manu I te kāmeta, the bird is wearing the scarf. Kei te hoko te wāhine I ngā kai, the woman is buying the food. E hoko ana te tāne I te motoka, the man is buying the car. E mau ana ngā tamariki I ngā piu-piu, the children are wearing the piu-piu. E whakairi ana te mama I te taora, the mother is hanging the towel. E pupuri ana te kau I te pākete, the cow is holding the bucket. I āwhina te kaiako I te akonga, the teacher helped the student. I waiata ngā tamariki I te waiata, the children sang the song. I hanga ngā kaihanga I te whare, the builders built the house. I pupuri te tama I te puka puka, the boy held the book. Kua pupuri te tama I te poraka, the boy has held the frog. Kua horoi te hine I ngā rihi, the girl has washed the dishes. Kua kohi te whānau I ngā kaimoana, the family has gathered the seafood. Kua tunu te kai tunu I te ika, the chef has cooked the fish. I te mātakitaki te whānau I te kiriata, the family was watching the movie. I te mau te tāne I te kāmeta, the man was wearing the scarf. I te manaaki te tapuhi I te tūroro, the nurse was looking after or caring for the patient. I te tunu te mama I te parakuihi, the mother was cooking the breakfast. Ka whakapainga akonga I te akomanga, the children will clean or tidy the classroom. Ka hare te pi I ngā mere, the bee will carry the honey. Ka horoi te tāne I te waka, the man will wash the car. Ka patu te tama I te taramu, the boy will hit the drum. The visitors cooked the breakfast. I tunu ngā manuhiri I te parakuihi. The children are tidying the room. Kei te whakapai ngā tamariki I te rūma. The girls have washed the dishes. Kua horoi ngā kōtiro I ngā rihi. The woman bought the shoes. I hoko te wāhine I ngā hū. The cat is chasing the birds. Kei te whai te ngeru I ngā manu, oa e whai ana te ngeru I ngā manu. The boy was cooking the food. I te tunu te tama I te kai. The baby has hit the drum. Kua patu te pēpi I te taramu. The family will build the house. Ka hanga te whānau I te whare. The men are washing the cars. Kei te horoi ngā tāne I ngā waka. The men threw the net. I whiu ngā tāne I te hao. The boys will sing the song. Ka waiata ngā tama I te waiata. The man has found the keys. Kua kite te tāne I ngā ki. The boy is wearing the coat. Kei te mau te tama I te koti. The cow was wearing the hat. I te mau te kau I te pōtai. Kei te mau te tama I te pōtai. The boy is wearing the hat. I mau te tama I te pōtai. The boy wore the hat. I te mau te tama I te pōtai. The boy was wearing the hat. Kua mau te tama I te pōtai. The boy has worn the hat or had worn the hat. Ka mau te tama I te pōtai. The boy will wear the hat. I really hope you found these examples helpful and that you're feeling more confident with these structures now. Our next step will be to start introducing pronouns. That will be the next video and also our next kaupapa in class. So please, if you have any pātai or worries about this mahi, contact me either via email, send me a Facebook message, leave a comment on the Google Classroom, and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Let's close with our karakia. Unuhia, unuhia, unuhia ki te urutapu nui, kia wātea, kia māma, te ngākau, te tinana, te wairui, te aratakata. Koia rā e rongo whakairia ake ki runga kia tīna, tīna. Huie tai ki e. Nō reira, i ngā manu pipi e mihi ana ki a koutou, kia kaha, kia maia, kia manua nui, ngā mihi maia mai o hao ki a koutou katoa. Kia ora.